One of the mostly asked questions by foreign expats planning to live in Belgium is, do I need to know any of the local languages to work in Belgium? And that's what we are going to discuss today. Well, the straightforward answer is, it depends. It depends on various factors, including the industry you will be working in, your role, and the region in Belgium. To expand on that, Belgium has such a complex geographical position where it is divided into 3 regions with people from different linguistic backgrounds. In the north, we have Flemish region where people predominantly speak Dutch or Flemish. In the south, we have the Walloon region where people speak French. And then towards the east, there is a small region where people speak German. But it's very small. So if you are in the Flemish region, outside of work, you might not even feel the need to know Dutch at all, because probably people speak better English than you there. I haven't been to the Walloon region a lot yet, but I have noticed that in Brussels, which is a separate region by the way, where most people do speak French, there you might find someone who doesn't speak English at all. This was outside of the work, but when you are inside the office, many companies have English as their primary working language. But that doesn't mean that you don't need to speak any of their local languages. Especially in sales and marketing, where you have to interact with the clients. There, you are expected to speak the local languages, plus you need to know English as part of company culture. The same goes for manufacturing as well, where you have to communicate with the local workers. And in order to speak to them, you need to know their languages. But in IT, where I also work in, the case is a little bit different. Again, I'm generalizing it here. IT is a very broad industry. But in general, many IT companies have their clients, partners, or sometimes even their employees outsourced from different non-European countries. This makes use of English much more common at workplace. But please, don't have this idea either that if you came here to study something related to computer science, then you will find a job very easily without knowing the languages. Then no. If you are a junior person, then having multiple languages on your CV is always recommended. But if you are a specialized or experienced candidate, then that might not be the case. To put it simply, it's a very competitive place where either you need to be really good at technology or you need to be just good enough at everything. I have also known some people who are living here for more than 5-6 years, but still don't speak Dutch very fluently. In fact, I also received the offer without the language requirements. So there is hope for us. But another thing that I'm clearly noticing here is, if you're planning to stay here for long term or even if only for 2-3 years, then you need to socialize. And for doing that, understanding the language is a very important factor. I mean, there are other cultural things like sports or sharing common love for food and lifestyle. But at some point, you will definitely feel the need to understand the language. So to conclude, do we need to know local languages to work in Belgium? The answer is yes and no.